So I've got a tier list here of who would make the best roommate in Marvel Rivals. So first off, I've got Dream Roomie. This is the person you want as a roommate, someone you actually like dream about. This is Besties, which is like, not as S tier, but they're still a great roommate. Never see them. This is more neutral, and you can either go like, all of their chores are done, but you never see them, or none of their chores are done and you never see them. And then you're not staying long. They're not the worst. They're like, maybe for like a college semester, you'll live, but you don't really want. You wish you had a better roommate. And then eviction notice ASAP. You need to get rid of them before they get you evicted. And also, I'm sorry if I sound sick. It's because I am. Again. Okay, Adam Warlock. I mean, Adam's always in his friggin' cocoon, but generally, like, since he's gotten his soul, he's very polite. He's very intelligent. Also, we're removing the factor of danger. So, like, I'm not making it so that, like, if Spider-Man's with you, you'll die because anyone he gets close to dies. We're just ignoring that factor. He doesn't seem the most social. He's rather introverted, but he's polite. He's chill. I mean, I've been reading a bunch of his comics recently, and I'm kind of obsessed with the character. I think, though, like, he's very kind, but, I'll put him here. Black Panther, I think, would be a dream roomie. He's so polite. He's so sweet. I think he would be getting everything done. And also, he's rich, so rent would always be paid. I think he'd be getting you, like, snacks and stuff constantly. You'd complain about not being able to find, like, good food for work, and then the next day, he's just got, like, a bunch of prepped meals that are really scrumptious and healthy. He's like, here, for you. Black Widow, I think you would never see her. She'd get her shit done, but you would never see her, just like she's always out on a job. Or she's sleeping because she was out on a job all night. Bruce Banner. Bruce would be great. Hulk would not be a great roommate. He would just break things on accident. The big lug. I don't think you'd be staying with them long. He'd try his best. He really, really would. But a lot of things would be broken. Also, he's a scientist. And every smart person I met is really messy. Captain America is also a dream roomie. That man is so respectful. He is so, like, put together. He would organize game nights for all the roommates, or just you and him. He's like, okay, every Friday we're playing board games together. He would be the best. Cloak and Dagger, I think they'd be decent roommates. Maybe not the best. Like, they'd have messes here and there. But there's two of them, so they can tag team anything. They're really sweet. I think they'd be more connected to each other than to you, but I think they'd be good hangout buddies. They'd watch movies with you, just chill. I feel like Dagger would bake. I feel like they'd both bake. They give baker vibes. I think Doctor Strange would also, I feel like he's very organized. I mean, he was a surgeon. If you get hurt, he can help you out, which is always such a perk of a roommate, of someone having skills to help you out. Like if something breaks, he could magic and fix it. Groot would also be a dream roommate. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but he's just such a sweetheart. He's such a big lug. I love him. As long as you have, like, accommodations for his size, it'd be great. Hawkeye, I mean, he's a dad. He's like a good dad. So I feel like good dads make great roommates. Only, like, you might have to live with his kids. But I feel like it'd be a situation where he's letting you live in his home with his kids and stuff. So you'd be expected to, like, help out a little bit. But also, he's like, you're a guest. You're a guest. You don't have to do the chores. I'll breakfast ready for you in the morning. Take care of yourself. He'd be a sweetheart. Like, yeah, he would have his moments. But I think this is, like, post-Ronin where he's, like, okay again. What would a situation where you're roommates with Hela be? I feel like she might plot on your downfall a little bit, but, like, in a loving way of, like, you will be in my kingdom someday. But I think it'd be really uncomfortable and very strange. Jesus, my voice is going. I'm so sorry. I want to get a video out. This seemed like a funny video. I don't know that much about Lin Lee, honestly. I don't know, but Lindley seems chill. I'll put him here. Tony Stark would not be a great roommate. He would not get his chores done. He would hang out with you. He would like party. He would set up house parties, and I don't think it would be very fun. He wouldn't clean up. Jeff would be the best. Jeff would be great. Jeff would be a little baby. He would sleep on the foot of your bed and it'd be so cozy. Loki would not be a great roommate. He would pull pranks all the time. He would not do his part of the rent. He would be a menace. I feel like Luna is such a busy like girl boss. She would be always out on like tours and stuff. So like she'd never be home. I don't think Luna would ever be home. She'd fill her part of the rent because she's famous, but yeah, she would just be out all the time. She'd pop home and be like, hey, how are you doing? Okay, bye. I don't think Magic would be a great roommate. She's such a messy person. She's not very sociable. She's not very put together. Yeah, I don't think she'd be great. I was thinking about Magneto. And like, I think he'd actually be pretty chill. Like, he'd be that old man that would tell you weird, like, freaky stories like it's nothing. But he would, like, help you out. Like, if you're having, like, girl trouble, he would give you advice on girl trouble, and it actually is, like, really helpful. Mantis would be a decent roomie. I almost thought, like, dream roomie. But in my head, she's, like, a little invasive of privacy. Like, she'll read your thoughts and stuff. She's a little goofy. She's a little silly. Most of my knowledge is from the movies, though. Like, I know I've read some of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics, but I'm mostly reading it for Adam Warlock because he's my favorite. But she seems really chill. Like, not horrible, but not amazing. I don't think Moon Knight would be great. He has a lot going on. All three of him, they have a lot going on. He's nice enough, but also he's a killer and crazy, you know. Namor, I don't think would be great. He's like, Namor's such an interesting character. He's such a cool anti-hero, but also he's got a lot of, you know, he's cocky. He's a little full of himself. He's got some mommy issues, you know. Penny would be decent. I think she would leave like metal scraps everywhere from what she's working on. She's a little energetic, but she's really sweet and fun. Psylocke, I don't think you'd ever see her. She's always like in her room. I don't think Punisher would be a great roommate. He's got too much on his mind all the time. Yeah. He's not very sociable. He's not easy to talk to. Rocket's fun. He's kind of mean, but he's not horrible. He'd blow up your room. Spider-Man, I think, is like canonically a great roommate. He's always doing his best to pay rent. Spider-Man is the sweetheart of all time. He'd be great. Squirrel Girl, if you don't mind the squirrels, I think she'd be fine. You might get a lot of squirrel cuddles, though. Star-Lord, like, he has a lot of roommates. I don't think he's a great roommate. He's messy. He's funny. He's nice to talk to. But he's messy. He'd bring girls home at like 3 a.m. It'd be too loud. I mean, of course Aurora would be the best roommate ever. She's the best at anything ever. She's best girl. I don't think Thor would be either. Thor is the get drunk, party, and punch stuff guy. I don't think you'd see Wanda often. She's sweet. She's sociable. But, you know, she's troubled. I think she'd chill in her room a lot. Venom, I don't think would be great. I don't. You'd end up with, like, chickens in your room if you're going based off of the movies. But also, just, like, he's got a lot going on. His food needs are so weird. Winter Soldier, I'm putting in never see them. Either. I don't know. He's very reserved. Wolverine, I actually made this list in mind. And it really depends on, like, where he's at. He's either, like, you never see him, but he gets his stuff done. Or you never see him and there's, like, empty alcohol bottles all over the counter and stuff. It's like, it's not great. Raid, you also never see him. He's always in his room doing things. But Sue is a dream roomie. Sue's great. Sue is the mom of the Fantastic Four. Like, she wouldn't clean up after you, but she'd clean up after herself, and she'd bake, and she'd cook, and she'd be sweet, and she'd be nice to hang out with. Thing would also be a dream roommate, I feel like. Similar vibes. Human Torch is canonically a horrible roommate. I made eviction notice ASAP with him in mind. Emma'd be great. Emma'd be pretty good. I mean, she's a little full of herself as well, but she's such a competent, like, she's the leader of the X-Men. She's a competent badass. I love her. Ultron, I don't think would be great. Like, he'd just, like, charge in his room, but I don't think he'd be amazing. Jean is such a, like, she's sweet. I'm not the biggest fan of Jean as a character just because she's a little bland, but she'd be fine. Blade? I think Blade would be fine. Angela's a tough one. Let me think. I think she's fine. I don't know that much about Angela, honestly. Matt? I don't think you'd ever see him. Especially Crash Out Murdoch from Rivals. I don't know if he'd be great. I love Daredevil. I love him so much. Not a big fan of his Rivals version, honestly. Gambit, I think, because he lives at the X-Men mansion. I think he's good. I think he's a decent roomie. I think Rogue is also a decent roomie. Like, she's maybe better than Gambit, but they're fine. No.